Welcome back to Two Brothers Sports Podcast presented by RambleOnSports.com. It is Thursday, February 6th, and we are only talking Super Bowl 59, heading down to NOLA. We're not specifically, but the Super Bowl is. We are back in Richmond at our respective homes. It's me and Max, the two brothers. We're here to talk shop. We got plenty of plays. I mean, we are going to get into every little bit from Gatorade baths to MVP to just your standard normal market. So a lot of stuff to talk about today. A lot of great stuff out there. So looking forward to talking shop. Max, how are we doing this week?
Yeah, man. Happy to be here as always. I think we got a lot on the docket to give to the fellow fans and listeners. So I'm excited. I think not the Super Bowl everyone wanted, but here we are, and uh, we can all come out winners here. So I'm excited.
Yep. And we've got rematch number two, Mahomes Hurts, Chiefs Eagles rematch number two. However, volume two, I wouldn't be surprised if there's another one in this card eventually down the road. But yes, we've got a great setup with the Chiefs and the Eagles. Right now, Chiefs are 1.5 point favorites, minus 122 on DraftKings on the money line last I checked, with an over under a 48.5. A lot of different props out there. Mahomes and the Chiefs going for back to back to back. And I believe that the Eagles last one, well, I don't believe, I know that it was back in 2018. But they were here a couple years ago with an absolute thriller against the Chiefs in that first game. Um, Ended up a questionable PI to a lot of Eagles fans. I know they haven't forgotten. I know that they feel as the dogs because they are quite literally the Vegas underdogs. The whole world's against them. I would argue that a lot of people are with them due to Chiefs fatigue. So Mahomes going for what is it, his fifth or is it fourth? His fourth
Like
ring.
fourth appearance, third ring. I thought.
I think it. I think it's fourth ring. I gotta look this up.
There's
But
no way.
mhm. Yeah,
Nothing.
yeah, look that up. Because now I feel stupid. But yeah, I think that he's going for number four. Because they beat the Niners, but I don't think that was the first year. I think it
He's
was
got. Oh yeah, he's got three. Yeah, so he's going. Yeah, 2020. You're right.
4 or 5. Yep. So 4 or 5 there, but yeah, which is crazy already. He's what, 30 years old. He's still
Oh, and then
got
he.
plenty.
So 21, he lost to Brady in Tampa.
Yep, I think it was 20. They beat the Niners. 21 lost to Tampa. 22 beat the Eagles. 23. No, 20, and then 23 was.
2020, they won their first against Niners and Garoppolo, right?
Yep. Yeah.
And then lost in 21. Bro, fuck this guy, dude. He's literally like he's like Jordan and like Brady. Like this dude has been in there since his third year in the league. That's so
Insert Chiefs fatigue. Exactly, dude.
fucking Steph Curry. Well, it took Steph a little longer to get there, but still, you know what I mean? Like, I never really put that into perspective, like how often he's been in there.
I mean, I'll be honest with you, man. I'm rooting for Mahomes to beat Brady. Like, it's just one of those things like LeBron, like going at and Kobe going
Right.
after Jordan 6. Like, who doesn't want the next guy to do it? But that's why it makes you appreciate Jordan more. It's gonna make you appreciate Brady more. And so I think what Mahomes is doing is otherworldly. But man, I really like this Eagles team and what they've really shown the last few weeks. Got a chip on their shoulder. Hurts looks like he's on a mission. Every time I see him on TV, he is like just locked the fuck in. So I do like the way that the Eagles are coming about this game. Probably a little differently than they did the first go round with these guys. And they've got this one really good guy who they just got this past offseason. What was it? Saquon Barkley? Yeah. I think that's going to add extra fuel.
Quan or Blake Blakely or something
Yeah.
like
Yeah. Charles Barkley. Gnarls Barkley. Sorry. Charles
that.
Gnarls. No, Saquon.
Charles Barkley, that's a CeeLo Green band.
Yeah, take that poll right there. Yeah, but overall, I mean, it's like, what are you gonna do at this point? I mean, Kelsey's there. You've got the Philly Swift, with the Chiefs and her man's, so she's gonna be quite conflicted. She's probably gonna be shown 100 times. We got Kendrick Lamar
What
at
is what?
halftime.
Yeah, she wore red at the Grammys. Oh my fucking god, she wore red at the Grammys. That means that the Chiefs have to win.
Yeah, yeah. It's probably going to have nothing to do with the fact that the Chiefs are a very good football team and they went 15-1 or what, 16-1 in the offseason or in the
No, they lost too.
15
They're
and 2, 15
52.
and 2. Yeah. Oh yeah, because the last game of the season they had Carson Wentz playing. So
Yeah,
15-1 and then yeah. So I mean dominated at home, beat a very good Bills team. Um no shade to the Commanders, but I mean they prepared them the Eagles well for the first half of the game. The second half was just kind of running away with it. So I mean one could argue
defense. Yeah,
who's more fresh when Kansas City had exposed, kind of dispose all their energy and resources. But I don't know, man. I think Eagles are pretty banged up on the O line. As far as I know, though, everyone should be playing. Is like Jurgens is supposed to be playing. Um, other player for the Eagles on the line is slipping my mind, but there's two of them. It's Jurgens and one other guy. I mean Lane's fine. It looks like he's fine. Um,
Lane. Are you thinking of the Aussie guy?
No, I think Mailata is good too. I'm gonna pull up an injury report, just make sure we don't include anyone that is hurt. But I haven't really heard any major reports for everyone. Like no one major is sitting out that I know of that wasn't already gonna sit out. Um,
All right, I'm trying to find it as well. Injury report. Damn, Jalen Carter's questionable. But no, let me pull up the full.
it looks like the main one is Sky Moore is the only one, but I
Oh, what
think
the
he was already.
fuck it sent me the whole NFL injury report. I guess that's all. Sorry. Let me go
No,
back.
I was gonna say I think yeah, Jalen Carter and then Sky Moore, who's doubtful to play, but I don't think Sky Moore has even really played much at all, anyways.
Yo, no, Sky Moore hasn't played all year. Neither has
Yeah.
Rashid Rice, and neither has Miko Armin.
Oh, so the main one I think
Man,
is Brandon Graham.
bro, Brandon Graham's been hurt, I'm pretty sure, all year. I think Jalen Carter is really the
No,
only,
I heard, but they're saying he might play.
but he's on IR.
I know they're saying there's a chance he might
This is
come back.
IR. It says IR-R. That's got to be like worse than IR.
I don't know. They were saying a couple guys were saying and he was at least practicing, so maybe he won't play, but
How the
I think
fuck
Lane was saying
they
something. I don't know if
they
that's
have
actually.
CJ Uzoma, dude? That's crazy.
Yep. Yeah. But overall, yeah, no major injury reports, which is good. Let's see. Other highlights. Yeah, you've got Kendrick Lamar halftime. Trying to think of any other pageantry or any of the stuff like that, but I'm ready to just talk betting if you want to get into that.
I'm ready to deep dive right into it.
All right. Well, here's what we'll do. We're gonna obviously pick our winners slash spreads, their total. We're gonna have a pick. We're gonna have a touchdown prop, and then each of us are just gonna give our three best props, regardless of
Oh,
what it is. Huh?
all right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Total, spread, touchdown, three props.
okay. Gotcha.
Um, so yeah, so we got that. Obviously, we already talked about it. Kansas City -1.5, over under 48.5. But starting with the spread, Max, are you going with the should we save this for last? I feel like giving this in the very beginning is kind of fucked, but
No, because
Gotta
who
get
knows? The
what they want, right?
people probably won't be listening towards the end anyway. So,
Fair, fair, fair. So where you going?
um, the best for first. I like one of my buddies mentioned earlier today. I don't really want to bet on the wrong side of history. So, given our standards, usually is minus 140 and over is not our it's not our goal. We don't want to pass that for a straight bet. And Chiefs are minus 122. So I think that just as a money line straight up, just cause I know that there could be some fuck shit and they don't get that 1.5, you know, like just 2 point conversion that they don't get, so they only win by one. Like it's minus 105 for the minus 1.5. Might as well just take the minus 122 at money line. So it's just reasonable. And it's fucking NFL's rigged, dude. NFL's so fucking goddamn rigged. We're gonna have Taylor Swift showing up. She's gonna be stunting. She's gonna be wearing some crazy shit, probably a ooze check jersey or a ooze check jacket or something, you know. And then she's gonna win. She's gonna raise the trophy. I already saw an AI generated photo of her holding the trophy. It's fucking hilarious. Um,
Oh my.
but yeah, I mean, it's hard not to bet. Like we've talked about it all year. Like betting against Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs just is very, very, very hard.
It's we're not gonna end now. Like
Yeah,
this is not the time. The
yeah.
biggest game of the year. I would argue,
Their closest like odds too. Like, when was the last time they were minus 1.5 and minus 122 at money line? Like this regular season. Like, well,
yeah, no, I honestly
I
probably
guess the Bills, they were, I think that, but yeah, they were minus 1.5 against the Bills. But um, other than that,
no.
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
I
I'm
completely
not going to be on the wrong side of history.
yeah. I mean, my thing. Everyone that I talk to just is like, well, like the Chiefs, it's rigged, and the Chiefs are just gonna win. And I'm like, okay, well, if you know that, why would you bet on the Eagles?
Yeah,
Like,
also fuck Philly, dude. They're all a bunch of scummies. I, dude, I don't care if we have any Philly listeners. I'm sorry, but I know you're probably not involved in this, but all the videos after that commies game, dude, like that, it just pissed me. They're such like shitheads, just swarming two guys wearing Commanders gear, t taking their hats and like fucking harassing them and shit. Like fuck off.
yeah,
I remember like Dub V has been known to throw like batteries and shit, but it's calmed down. I would fake shit talk the guys, and then after I'd be like, "Hey, let's fucking get a beer." Like, it's not that fucking serious. You can't be like
yeah.
assaulting me.
There's a line.
It's like I was like, "Fuck the Chiefs." I was like, go Philly," and then all the videos came out after the commies win. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it, give me Chiefs. Like, Phillies are a bunch of scumbag assholes, dude. Fuck everything about Philly. It just reminded me. I'm like, yeah, dude, fuck Philly. And I'll put that on my grave, dude.
My thing, and we'll get into it, but these rookie corners have done a hell of a job this year. I have a feeling that they might. I mean, we know what this front line, right? Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter, Brandon Graham, Zach Bond, Nolan Smith. Who's the other D tackle?
Jalen, Jordan Davis.
Josh Sweat's also in there. Yeah, like they just
Jordan
have they have guys coming at all angles, and then you got these corners. So I have a feeling that, I mean, you're talking Marquise Brown, Hollywood Brown. You're talking D Hop. You're talking a quick ass Xavier Worthy. They had to shut down Terry McLaurin last week or 2 weeks ago, but I don't know, man. I think there's part of me that thinks that these rookies could get picked apart. They're very good players. One play I'm not gonna play, but I was looking at, so I'll just throw it out long because I'm here. But Cooper DeJean over 4.5 tackles and assists. I feel like he might get targeted a bit. Not saying he's not a good corner. He's all pro or all rookie with Quinyon Mitchell, but there's a point where Reed's gonna try and pick apart those weaknesses, and that's like the weakness that yeah, they're good, but I don't know. I just feel like there's gonna be a lot of underneath routes, kind of short passes, little out routes, zigs, kind of things like that. That Reed's gonna be scheming up, and I also think it's gonna be something that we don't expect because that's what Reed does. But that all being considered, yeah, Mahomes. I'm gonna ride or die with Mahomes. I'm gonna ride it till the wheels fall off. Like you said, I would be more mad at myself if I bet on the Eagles and the Chiefs won than if I bet on the Chiefs and they lose. I will gladly accept that. So that's I think this Chiefs defense is one of the better defenses they've ever had. And so, you know, yes, Saquon's gonna get his. The Phillies offense has been on fire as of recent. So Goddard's kind of put a nice little, carved out a receiving role there, and I think they're looking good. But yeah, I'm going Kansas City with the money line with you as well. I probably will also. I would also say -1.5 is probably good. But Max, I agree. I think it's -108. If we're talking -108 versus -122, then just give me the money line there.
Yeah, might as well.
Yep. So, yeah, so overall going with the Chiefs and then total 48.5.
48, dude. I mean, they both have good defenses. I mean, you can't put that away at all, but I don't see it not being kind of a remake of what happened last Super Bowl when they met. I mean, what was that? That was like 34, 36 or something like that.
38-35.
Close. Um, yeah, I just feel like I think both coaches have a little trick up their sleeves, and they got good ass quarterbacks. They got good ass weapons, and I think they're going to be able to move the ball. I don't think it would be as defensive, so I like the over.
Yep. Yeah, I'm really tempted to play the under, but I think ultimately it's also I think there's a part of me that's like I don't want to bet the under in the Super Bowl. I know that's silly, but
Uh,
it's
Yeah.
just kind of like a principal bet. Um, if I'm just pulling up like the last ones, I mean, it was 20 or it was 47 last year. Year before was the Kansas City Philly one, which was 73. Um, I mean, Kansas City San Fran in 2020 went over, but a lot of these were actually under the 48. But um, I don't know. I don't know. I think that both defenses are really good and they both have been really strong, but I think that they're 27. I mean, but let's just say 27-21. We're right around to that. And I feel like it'll be more like I could see 28-24, 28-27 even. We're still hitting that. So, and if one team hits 30, there's no brainer. So, and I think that's very capable. So I agree with you there. Not much else to say on that over. So, yep, we are in alignment so far. Chiefs money line and the over. But I know we'll start kind of divvying up here. We got our touchdown prop next. Plenty of props, first touchdowns, all that stuff. We'll get into that after that. But Max, we're just talking straight. One touchdown, a single anytime touchdown. What can you give me for Sunday?
Um, Fuck, dude. Uh, it's hard. Just for shiggles, honestly, but I think he is gonna get one. Give me T Cal. I mean, it's plus 140 for a tutty. I just, I mean, you can't. It writes itself. It writes its own story, dude. He's
Yep.
gonna get one. There's no doubt about it. And the fact that it's plus 140, love that a lot. Um, Obviously, you want to say Saquon, but he's minus 195.
Yeah. Yeah. I love the Kelsey play. I have a fun prop for you later. Actually, I have two fun props for you later with Mr. Kelsey, but I like that a lot. I think there's a lot of value there because like Kansas City has, they've spread it all over the place. Kelsey's he's gonna get his targets. It's one of those big game principles where it's the guys who are the studs are gonna get the ball. And they're in the game plan. They've been in the game plan all week. I like that. Plus 140 is good value. I would probably think it would have been a little closer, like plus 110, 120, but to, to the spreading out of Kansas City touchdowns, I really like that. I'm going with Jalen Hurts minus 110. I know it's like pretty chalky. I I I,
No.
I don't think it's a question at all. Minus
Minus
120.
110 can't be chalky.
No, it's not, but like it's the second highest odds, and Jalen Hurts has got to get a tush push. He's had a lot of good running performances recently. You look at the Super Bowl, he had 70 yards and 3 touchdowns against the Chiefs in the last Super Bowl. I think he's going to do everything he can to not throw the ball. But not that he's not going to throw the ball around a little bit, but I think when he can tuck it and run and get those extra yards, I think he's going to do it. I think he's a man on a mission. I think even a 2 touchdown prop is probably worth a sprinky. At least what I will probably be doing. But yeah, Jalen Hurts minus 110, just set it and forget it. And what was the DraftKings prop you had? You got the promo. It'll end by the time anyone's listening, but
Yeah, it was I think just plus 100 for Mahomes or Hurts to get a tutty at
mhm.
plus 100.
I'll be honest, I think both of them do.
That's what I was thinking. I I think Mahomes solo tutty is not a bad one because I I I just see Andy Reid being like, all right, we'll tush push on your bitch ass, and
Yeah.
they'll just do it on like I don't know. I could so see that. Like fuck it.
Let me raise you one better. If I'm playing a first touchdown score, I am playing Patrick Mahomes at plus 1800 as my first. Like if I'm playing, I'm not using it as one of the props or anything, but since we're on the topic of touchdowns, I do think I'm going to sprinkle a little bit on Patrick Mahomes. Exactly what you just said. Just a little tush push,
Yeah.
or a little
And
read
a
option and pull
little
and
taste of their own medicine.
little bootleg, maybe even a little bootleg
Yeah.
out in the end zone. Oh, remember what Eli Manning and Peyton used to do that? Just be the slowest little jog on those bootlegs. But if you sold the bootleg enough, you didn't have to worry about it. Ugh. Take me fucking back, Patrick Mahomes. So yeah, so I'm going first touchdown. I also like him anytime, but yeah, it hurts minus 110. It's just come on. That's cash. That's cash money. So we're trying to give you winners on the Super Bowl. Nobody likes losing on the last football day of the season. We want to end the year with a bang. So,
Nice.
all right, Max. Well, we've got 3 of our 6 pack down. We are now on to pack or beer number 4, so to speak. We've got some props. It can be any props. It's going to be your best 3 props that you're playing. What is your first one?
Um, let me look around. Sorry, Hester, I didn't mean to rile you up. You know, dude. All right. Well, now I gotta look because I was looking at sports line and I screenshotted it, but he had under. Give me over Saquon Barkley's longest rush, 25 and a half yards. The under is minus 120. So I'm trying to find the over right now. The over's got to be plus 110, I would assume.
Um, I I was actually looking
I
at
don't
that.
even know how to fucking find that.
I got minus 105.
For over 25 and a half?
Yep, longest rush.
Yeah, give me
Yep,
that.
love it. Wrote that down as well. I
Yeah.
think he's got to break for a big run, just at least one. It might not in 25 now. I think he can do it.
Yeah, fuck this guy. He's 6-8 on NFL props. That fucking bitch.
We're 6-8 on NFL props.
16 and
Oh, 16-8.
no, fuck him though. Big one has been a bell cow, and then some of that.
Yada yada yada.
Yeah, dude, shut up. None of this is even. This literally doesn't explain his reasoning. He's just like being a bitch. All right, fuck you, Todd Furman. You ever hear this? You fucking pussy.
Okay. All right, Todd. All right. So for my prop, my first prop, it's pretty juicy. Okay, hear me out. Hear me out. In terms of game script, I don't think they're going to be throwing a lot in the beginning, but if they get down, they're going to have to. If we're just going off, you're going to see themes with our props because it's going to go with what we think on the spreads. So I think there's going to be a little bit of Hurts having to chase, but I don't think they're going to throw enough in the beginning to where I'm worried about it going over this range, but I don't see it hitting anywhere under. Jalen Hurts to throw between 201 and 225 yards. So it's a passing yards band. So between 201 and 225. I think he sits right in the middle, maybe a little lower. I'm closer to like 209. I know in some projections he's in that 215 to 218 range. I think he stays right in that. And Max, guess what that is? That is a beautiful plus 425. You would think it's the highest bands. There's a chance he could not throw the ball that much. But I do think there's going to be a couple throws he's going to have to do to alleviate the rush and the pressure on Saquon. So plus 425. It's my juiciest prop, other than maybe well, it's gonna be on the six pack it is. But yeah, I mean overall, and holy shit, Jimmy Butler to the Warriors. We'll get
Fucker,
into
I was gonna. Yep, that's what I was gonna say.
holy shit. Damn, Shams. Shams. Well shit. So yep, but anyways, Hertz is gonna have himself a really nice game. I think overall he's been on a mission. Plus 425. I'm not saying like, yes, that's my number one prop, but there's so many plays I want to sprinkle around that this isn't going to be. I'm going to have solid unit on the Chiefs money line, and other than that, I'm going to kind of keep things pretty light. So I'm not telling you to put a ton on this. Don't be putting $100 on this shit unless you can. But I'm not saying this like a one unit play. So I think that's a solid payout, and so yeah, I think Hertz is right in that range. I don't know how to explain it, Max. It's one of those
No,
things you see, you fire your trick, you got it. So, yep, that is my first prop. Give me your second prop.
I'm gonna go Xavier Worthy 70 plus receiving and rushing yards at minus 105.
Love that. That's
Yeah,
really
the other one that's a little sneaky, but um, I'll bring that up at like honorable mentions.
yep.
That
Fair. No,
probably won't have it been. I don't want it as like my official, but it's something to look at.
no, I really like that. I think he's a handoff away from breaking that 70 on a rush. I think he's going to be used a lot. Um, yeah, I love that pick. I love that pick. He's fast as shit, man. Targeting rookies. I mean, he went to Texas. I don't know if was it
Thanks, Jax.
Iowa and Toledo guys. I mean, they're gonna be giving their all at Xavier Worthy too. It's gonna be a lot of rookie kind of chip on the shoulder stuff. So I'm excited to see those matchups.
Yeah.
Nice. This one actually is something I've been playing pretty much. since I could bet, I think legally in the state of Virginia in the Super Bowl, it is my ride or die, and it is just perfectly positioned to any kind of way you want to put it. Patrick Mahomes gets a last second field goal on a game winning drive. Game goes to overtime. Eagles do something to mess themselves up, or Chiefs get the coin toss and they get the ball. They go down and score and get 6. Kansas City to win between 1 and 6 points at plus 250. Another band. Yes, you guys are seeing a little theme here. But
Oh, Hester, stop it.
I don't think this game goes, I don't think one way or the other. And for the record, Eagles are plus 265 for the, I think the same range might be 285. I haven't checked in a bit, but so if you like the Eagles, I also like that side, but yeah, 1 to 6, I could see it go a million different ways. Plus 250. I mean, it just makes sense. It goes with everything else that's here. So
Love it. That is absolutely spectacular.
California's value.
Put you down. Yeti. So let me get Hester off my lap because he needs to fuck up. You good? All right, he's good. Yeah. So this is my third prop. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. That gives Hester his little spasms. Let me get, dude. I'm so torn. Give me Mahomes 250 plus passing yards at minus 118.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean,
An assortment of that.
I think I think they're gonna be hitting a good amount of screens and shit, so I think that will help. And then they just fucking Kelsey, not to foreshadow any of my honorable mentions, but you know,
Yep.
Taylor will be there, so he's gonna get his touches.
Yep. Yep. No, I really like Mahomes. And this, Max, is a perfect segue to my last and final pick because I do think
Yep.
that I think with the Eagles' rush defense, I do think Mahomes is going to end up having to pass more. I think that is going to be a bigger play. I think they are going to go after the secondary in that regard. And so, what happens when you pass a lot? You don't run as much. And so, Kansas City team total under 109.5 rushing yards, minus 115. They have not done that in a while, first off. So, I'm trying to find the last game, but it's been a few
Wait,
weeks.
can you say that again?
Kansas City
Under
under rushing as a team, 109.5 was what I got it at.
okay, sorry.
No,
Sounded
you're
like you just said 9, and I was like, 9 rushing yards. Might
no
have been
one.
might have been a little skip in my Wi-Fi where I just heard 9.5. I was like, what do you mean? They're only
No.
getting okay, 109 total, 109 and a
Yep.
half.
Yep. 109.5 total. They average, I think, about 101. If I am speaking correctly, things aren't loading either on my end. But yeah, I don't think they're gonna be running a ton. I think they're going to use Pacheco and Hunt as they need. But I think overall it's going to be a lot of dink and dumps. I don't think it's like, I think it's going to be a lot of passing. I think they're going to go after the corners. They ran for 50 yards against Houston. And the thing is they're up in these games and they're still rushing for 50 yards. So I don't know that they're going to get to that point. Low key, they're one big run away, but I don't know. They didn't even have over 109.5 against the Bills, and the Bills, if anything, their rush defense recently wasn't super hot. So It's just one of those things where I don't know. Just not feeling it. I think in the game script, it's going to be a lot more passing. They did have 135 last game, so that's not helpful to my cause. But they also had a 16-yard rush from Worthy, and they ran the ball 35 times, which they don't do often. So I just,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. It's more of a, I think they're going to pass a lot, and that's going to probably dictate it more than just the run game getting going, anyways. And I think Philly's front seven are pretty damn tough.
They are.
Alrighty, well, we got our 6-pack down. Alrighty, now just fun props, things like that. I say we get into like basically the fun props that we can't bet in the state of Virginia. We'll get to those last, kind of the normal, anthem, that kind of stuff. But if we're looking at just other props that you're liking, Max, that are on the board for Sunday, what are you looking at? Maybe a couple.
Yeah, like I kind of foreshadowed, Xavier Worthy. Oh wait, you know what? Fuck this guy. And I know you kind of actually like him, but they got Xavier Worthy under 1.5 carries at -127.
Okay.
I wouldn't hate the over, like 2 jet sweeps. Well, those don't count as carries actually, but or do they?
I think the Jets sweeps, but it's if they do that little touch pass.
Yeah.
Like if they catch it and physically hand it off, but if it's just one of those little kind of volleyball
Right.
set.
Scratch that. Give me. I like this one actually. Dallas Goddard under 4.5 receptions at +114.
Okay. I feel like a lot of people think I like that because I feel like you're zigging when people are zagging.
Yeah.
On that one. I feel like a lot of people think a lot of dose of Dallas Goddard, but they might just run the shit out of the ball.
He might get 3. He might even get 4, but I don't think he gets 5.
Sure. I like that play. I like that
That's
play.
+1.
I will say though, one play I'm looking at for Goddard is him to catch a pass on the first drive. So that might be sweaty in your first quarter. I know. But I feel
What
like
is that? What are those odds?
plus 115. So we can still both win.
He gets 1.25.
That's
Yeah.
fine. I mean, my thing is that they might throw like one of those little tight end screens. Um, so that's I don't know. I don't think they're gonna break the bank on passing, but yeah, I like that. I like Trent McDuffie's over tackles 4.5. I think a lot of the focus on Chris Jones, Karloftis as well. So I think that McDuffie might be able to get 4.5. I mean, dude, Saquon's gonna be running right up in that shit. So I think he's just gonna be the guy who happens to be there a lot. So he might have 7 half tackles and 1 tackle, but we're right around there. What's another prop that you're looking at?
I'm just looking. You know what? I don't hate Jalen Hurts over longest rush. This guy has it at 11.5 yards.
Okay.
I think he could easily. Cause he will. He'll get like it'll be like 3rd and 13, and he gets that first down and then slides or goes out of bounds.
I don't hate that. I don't hate that one bit. Let me see. Two that are related to conversions. I've got Eagles over 1.5 fourth down conversions plus 100. So 2 fourth down conversions, 2 tush pushes on fourth downs that get it done. Boom, plus 100. And then whether there is a 2-point conversion attempt, just an attempt, plus 110.
Ooh,
I think they're going to try some shit in the Super Bowl. Come on.
I like that.
Yep. Anything else you got? I have some other like kind of honorable mentions, but the only other one I have is the Largest lead of the game under 13 and a half points, which would suck if one team goes down 14, but I don't know. I think it's going to be like field goals. I don't think anyone goes ahead. I think it's like 2 touchdowns is just kind of tough to, in my eyes,
Yeah.
it'll be close.
No. Last one's probably is just for Shiggles. Cooper DeJean over 4.5 total tackles and assisted tackles
Yep.
at -139. I know you kind of brought that up.
Yeah, no, I
Right at the border for us. And I think I mean he's gonna have to get some open field tackles. I think that the Chiefs get some easy plays and he's just gonna have to come in, make that tackle. So I think 4.5, not bad at all. I might even, if I could, I might even push it to 5.5.
I love it because I think he's gonna get targeted too a little bit. Like I
Right.
think go at him. So I mean, he could stand his own, but if they catch the ball and he tackles them right away, then we're talking business. So
Right.
uh, yep, I love that pick. That's all I have from like the ones I really love. I'd say the two kicker props I like. Just if to our point, Max, if 48 calls for 2 touchdown or 3 touchdowns each, you know,
Hmm.
Jake Elliott is -114 over 2.5 extra points made, which we know he has trouble making extra points. So I will give you one better. Butker over 2.5 extra points made -108, so a little bit better. But yeah, 3 touchdowns. That's it. 3 touchdowns, and you just gotta make your fucking extra points.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, it sounds easier said than done. Um, but yeah, there's you want to go over kind of the novelty special props, or do you have any other like good props, or you want to talk Gatorade baths?
Yeah. So let's see what the Gatorade's got.
Yeah, they said last 2 championships the Chiefs have won. It's been purple, so that is the current favorite at +225. It's followed by yellow and green, the lemon lime +250, orange +400, red 650, blue 650, clear/water 900, and no bath at all, which would be unfootball like plus 20.
Unfathomable.
Yeah, ridiculous. But yeah, we can't bet it, but I don't know. I wouldn't hate like a red or an orange. It's New Orleans. I mean, I'm trying to think of the logo's red. So maybe have we looked into like the Super Bowl logos and the colors of Gatorade? Because it's red and green, which is also just the Eagles and Chiefs. But
Right, but if the Chiefs just fucking if they like purple, I mean,
yeah, I mean that's the easiest.
yeah.
Yep. Yeah. All right. We won't overthink Gatorade bass. Um, did you happen to see that there's odds on Kelsey proposing to Swift after the game? It's up
Really?
+900 on some books or whatever the hell they put the odds at.
Yeah. That should be probably higher.
Yeah. Yeah.
900?
Yeah.
There's no way he does.
Someone's got to know something then, if that is the case.
Yeah.
Someone bought it down. Just
But
they know something that we don't. Who knows? That would be insane. I kind of hope it doesn't, to be honest with you. I just
no.
I want Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelsey's three-peat. Mahomes cementing himself as a potential GOAT rival to Brady. I don't want to hear about how he proposed to Taylor Swift.
No, not at all.
I want to see Andy Reid's ass getting destroyed with Gatorade. Uh,
Purple.
purple Gatorade specifically. We've got, let's see, Anthem. The Anthem like the over under is set at 120 and a half seconds. That is long. That's a long fucking national anthem. Last
Is
year,
150 for the over?
Hmm?
I got -150 for the over.
Damn, that's pretty crazy. John Baptiste is probably gonna belt some tunes then.
I guess so. At +115 for under.
Jeez. They said Rebo lasted for 94 seconds last year and it was 87 and a half over under.
I was less than that. Reba.
I want to know what states that they have these in. Let's see, there's a lot of Kendrick Lamar props. So his over under on songs is 10 and a half. Looks like under is -122. Last year's show had 10. Anything you like on the Kendrick Lamar slate? It's gonna be a great show, I'm sure.
Yeah. No, I don't have anything.
It's
I just
everyone.
fucking they have a FanDuel has a first coach shown on broadcast during national anthem.
Jeez.
Andy Reid or Nick Sirianni.
Sirianni's
One
probably gonna be crying, so probably Sirianni.
-125 for both. That's a crazy one. First quarterback shown. Mahomes is -170. Hurts is +110. That's funny. Will a player cry during national anthem? -670. A player, not a coach.
Oh yeah, dude. 100%. Some good props. A lot of good stuff. I'm gonna make a little prop sheet. I have probably some actual props and then some fun props so that everyone can pay attention. Um, but yeah, no, I'm excited. Should be a great game. Like it's
Oh,
gonna come down to who has a turnover and who has the ball last. I mean, it's same shit as it always is.
yep.
And we will wrap that up, and then we got college hoops to talk about. We're not going to do that today, but a lot to catch up on. We'll probably just do not a recap, but we'll do maybe like a 10-minute all you need to know college hoops, and then we will just start doing picks there. We're gonna get our golf stuff back. We'll rework the way we do some picks, but and the way we keep track of that. But yeah, a lot of good stuff coming up. Very much not looking forward to the end of football season, but we got one last great ass game. A lot of storylines. Mahomes hurts, Eagles, Chiefs. It doesn't get better than this, no matter what anyone says.
Yeah. No, it'd be great.
Any last thoughts from you, Max, before we go for the weekend?
No. Let's make some money. Hope everyone does very well this weekend.
Yes, yes. Oh, I'm wearing a little humane center interaction, animal interaction with the hospital. Always donate to your local SPCA's. These guys are kind of like the in hospital service dogs, the doggy bunch. Um, you can help out always. Dogs are essential to healing and support. So yeah, we love our
Sweet.
dogs. I don't know what we would do without them.
Definitely.
I'm ready. Thanks everyone for listening. We'll get this out to you soon, and everyone have a great Super Bowl weekend.
Thanks, guys. Love y'all.